Beardo Banjo.
Hello again everyone, and welcome to my second Animal Crossing tips video of the day. Now this tips video is going to focus around this little gentleman right here. He looks innocent enough, he looks kind of friendly, but he is, I assure you, an absolute scumlord. So part of the newest update that just dropped the other day allowed a expansion to your museum. Now in that expansion you can place artwork, things like statues, things like paintings, real world pieces of art these are. The Mona Lisa, stuff like that. So it's actual artwork that you can buy from this gentleman here. The problem is, he will try to sell you fakes. He will sell you fake versions of these real works of art, and if you buy one and take it to Blathers for the museum, he won't accept it because it's not real, and at that point you're stuck with it. You can just put it in your house. It's kind of funny, but it's also kind of annoying if you're trying to complete the museum and get all the works of art. So today I'm just going to give you a couple of little tips around kind of how to spot the fake artwork that this little guy is going to try and sell you. I think the first one you buy is always guaranteed to be a real one because this is the one you're going to give to that to Blathers to unlock the museum. So when you bring that piece of art that he just gave you to Blathers, he's super impressed, as he always is, unless it's a bug that you're bringing him, and he gets all excited. Show him the painting or the item that he gave you. I don't know if it's the same for everybody. I got a dynamic painting, and it is quite a famous painting. I don't know the name of it, but it's the tidal waves in that very specific style. I think it's been used on a lot of album artwork and things like that, but I don't know the name of the painting. So he gets all excited, and this unlocks basically that extra wing of the museum, but it's going to take a little while for that to be added. So once you've accepted that first piece of art from Red and you've handed it into Blathers at the museum, he will start construction work on the new wing of the museum. Go back and speak to Red if you want to. He has no new dialogue for you at this point. He basically will just say, oh, I bought a trawler a while back. That'll make a great showroom for art when I find it, etc, etc. Now what will happen now is eventually, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but he will turn back up and he'll be on your northernmost beach. Now some people might have a couple. This is my northernmost beach. And you can tell it's got these kind of little docking points where his boat will sit. It will either sit here or it will sit over there, and your island will be slightly different, but it's the beaches along the tops of your island. And he'll park up there in his little boat and he will display 4 pieces of art for you. Now when he does that, and I will show you that, I'm going to cut away for a few days and come back when I find him again. When he does that, you can only buy one of them. It is possible that all 4 could be fake. There is information circulating online saying that is the case. He could come to you with 4 pieces of fake artwork. But let's go away for a bit, wait for him to turn up, and then I'll show you exactly kind of how you look at it and how you figure out which ones are the fake ones. So here I am a few days later. The museum, as you can see, has opened its art wing, which is fantastic. My little character's very excited. He's got his shiny new Knight's helmet on as well. So this art wing is where you will store all the art that you buy from Red. Now he is also docked up on my island in his little boat. We're going to go and see him now, and then we'll look at how to spot the fakes and how to spot the real art that he sells you, because he will try and trick you, because that's just what he's like. He's a cheeky little bugger. So on my way to Red, I just have to show you this. I'm going to flex for a moment and show you what I've been working on. This is my Shining, the Shining film themed exhibit on my island. Now I've called my island Overlook, so it was only right that I made something fitting. It's my favourite film, and I think this turned out pretty darn cool. I've got Jack Torrance's outfit, obviously got an axe, typewriter there. I need to find something else to go where this little tape deck is, because that doesn't really make much sense. Blood splats. There he is, old Jackie Nicholson. A trike, I need a red one. If anyone's got a red one, please send me a red one. And then I've got a bear. If you've seen the film, you'll know. But yeah, my little Shining section there, pretty proud of that. Now I was slightly wrong about where Red was going to dock his boat. It's actually at the very most northern point of your island, in the middle. It is for me anyway, so on my island his boat is here, so right on this little secret beach. I thought he was going to go on one of these sides where the rocks are, but he actually docks at the sand, and you should have a little secret beach on the northern part of your island. Now for me it's a little bit annoying. It's kind of right in the front of kind of a 2-tier cliff, so I have to use a ladder to get down the first bit and a ladder to get down the second bit, and then I am on his little secret island where he docks up with his sketchy wares. Let's see what he's selling today. So as soon as you get into Red's trawler, you'll notice that it's sketchy as all hell. It's really dark, it's badly lit, it looks kind of rough. He's got all this trash down here in the bottom corner. You can tell he's a sketchy fella. Now he will sell 4 pieces of art each time he comes to your island, and he'll also sell a couple of bits of furniture. Now the furniture, you can just buy that. I could buy both of these multiple times if I wanted to. There's no limit, there's no restriction. The art, however, you can only buy 1 piece. Now the trick is to not buy a fake piece. If you buy a fake piece, Blathers will not take it, and it will just be something that you can only stick in your house or as island decoration, which isn't the end of the world, but if you want to fill up your museum, you want the real pieces of art. Now, when you come to buy the art, they cost about 4,900 bells each. I don't know if that's a consistent thing, but my pieces here today do. I think they might cost that much each time you come to buy something, but I would need to check that. Now, when you go up to a piece of art that you would like, you don't buy it immediately by pressing A. He does give you a chance to have a closer look. Now, that's super important. You have to use that if you want to be identifying these fakes. Now, all of the works of art that are in here are based on actual real-world pieces of artwork. So if you're quite knowledgeable about paintings and statues and things, you're probably going to spot the fakes without much help. But if you're not, you could easily be fooled into thinking these were real and pick them up. This Mona Lisa is quite definitely fake. Now what I'll do, I'll put a little side-by-side comparison here for you to see. Now what you're looking for is differences between this one and the actual article. So the easiest way to spot the fakes is to do some research. Go online, search for the actual version of the Mona Lisa, have a little look at it if you don't know exactly what it looks like, and look for the differences. Here, it's her eyebrows. She looks like she's kind of, she's giving a completely different facial expression than the actual Mona Lisa. The official article in the game will look pretty close, pretty spot on to the original article, the real world Mona Lisa. So don't buy this Mona Lisa. If you see it, it is not real. But you're looking for those kind of small details. On certain things, it's a lot more subtle. So I'll show you the pearl earring, girl with the pearl earring painting, which is just down the bottom here. I don't want to buy it, Red. Yeah, it ain't real. So I've got a pearl earring painting down here, and I know this one is real. So let's have a closer look. So there it is, girl with the pearl earring. Now, the real painting, again, I'll put it side by side, I'll check it there, looks just like that. That is a genuine painting. Now, in Animal Crossing, the fake version of this painting, she is wearing a star-shaped earring. Again, it's quite subtle, but if you don't know the original painting or you don't know the name of the painting, you could get suckered into buying the fake quite easily. So it's really worth, when you're coming in here, there's lists online, people have already compiled lists showing you what the fake ones versus the real ones look like. But if you want to kind of have a bit of fun with it and try and do it yourself, you can research it. Search for the paintings, find out, search for the statues as well, search for the real world articles and compare them to the ones in game, because it is fun to kind of try and see the differences. This is the Venus de Milo. Now the Venus de Milo, I actually really wanted this. I was like, yeah, I want to buy that for my museum, and I thought it was genuine. I was like, yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Went online, checked a Venus de Milo, the real one. She doesn't have any necklaces. There's nothing around her neck, so that again is a fake. You have to check the real world articles. Again, you can just skip that, go online, search for websites that have already got lists compiled of what the fake ones look like versus the real ones, and that's fine if you do that. But if you want a bit more fun, you can do some research. You can look for the real articles and compare them to the ones in game, because they are all based on real world pieces of art, so you'll be able to find the little differences. Some are super subtle though, so be careful. The one thing also to bear in mind is when you buy these paintings, they do take a day to get shipped out to your house, so you don't get it immediately. He marks it and sends it over to you, and then you'll be able to give it to Blathers the next day. Red is a tricky little guy. He will try and rip you off. He will try and sell you fakes. But if you take time, do a bit of research, look for the real world articles, the real world pieces of art, statues, etc., and compare them to the ones in the game, you'll be able to figure out which ones the fake ones are, and you won't buy any of the fakes. Unless you want to buy a fake and hang it in your house. I quite like that Mona Lisa. But as I say, you can only buy one a day. So if you're taking a punt on a fake that you want yourself, you won't be able to buy a real article if he has it with him on that day. So only one piece of art from Mr. Red. Hopefully that's helpful. I've given you a little insight into what Red's like. He's an absolute nightmare. Shown you a little bit of my island, and yeah, hopefully it helps some people not get suckered into buying some fakes. Hopefully you're all still enjoying the game. I really am. I'm completely addicted. I think I'm just about to hit 100 hours, which is quite scary. But yeah, hit like, leave me a comment, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. It'd be great to hear what you're all doing on your islands, and if anyone wants to come to mine, just drop me a message, ask for my dodo code. I'll open it up. You can come around, run around my shining maze and check out that little section. Take care, guys. See you soon for another one.